join the flow. Join the flow.
Should've known that it was obvious. Should've read between the lines. Caught the eyes of the audience. Played your game where the rules do not apply. Now I see when it's out in the light, and I'm leaving your love behind. Now I see that you're out of my life. I don't need you. Every day we had another fight. I was far too blind to realize that our love had got out of control. Should've known I was better off alone. Now I see when it's out in the light, and I'm leaving your love behind. Now I see that you're out of my life. I don't need you. Spinning around in my head. Did you really mean the words you said? Yeah. That's the way I see it. You had every chance to walk away. Walk away. Yeah. You and me are perfect, but I don't wanna hurt no one. When all is said and done, just tell me that I'm worth it. Tell me I'm the only one. Only one, yeah. Baby, it's been so long. I'm calling out your name. Do you think of me? Just tell me if you feel the same. I will leave the lights on in case you're coming back. Do you think of me? Sometimes I wanna believe in that. 'Cause I think about
Welcome, everybody, to the 9:30 match at CSEN, your home for improvised comedy on the interwebs and the home of Comedy Sports Chicago. It's so good, I took mute off. Hey, if you watch the 7:30 show, it's different now because my hat's on backwards. Wonderful. You're in for a great match tonight between our challengers in red, a team name that I will remember shortly, versus our downtown Chicago bosses. Let's see. It's a Hars team name, so it's like, oh, the Wise Guys. It's like the Wise Guys. There it is. I got there. Welcome. So if this is your first time in Twitch, welcome. If you're coming from the Zoom room or from our physical location, or you've just stumbled upon us, welcome to our Twitch room. I'm going to launch a test poll right now to get you used to how you're going to vote and how you're going to interact with us tonight in the Twitch room. You'll see in the chat room right now, a poll just popped up asking you if this is your first Comedy Sports match. So the way you're going to vote in this is you're going to use an X word vote and then whatever answer is applicable to you. So if this is your first time here, you'll use exclamation point vote, a space, and the word first. If this is your millionth time here or you've been here a couple times before, word vote, a space, and then the vote for this particular poll. Let me see how you're doing as I check our poll bot back here. All right. Okay. Great. All right. I'm just going to close that poll there because it looks like a pretty lopsided win. And then you'll see in the chat room our little vote bot tabulates it all. And according to this, 100% of the fans are loyal tonight. So welcome back, loyal fans. If there are some new fans who come in, wonderful. So I'm just going to go over a few things for the Twitch room. Just like I said, that place, the chat bot over there is where you're going to vote. So when it comes time to vote for teams, it's going to be the same structure: exclamation point and the word vote, and then whatever the choice is. For most of them, it'll be red or blue. So if you want the bosses to get the points, you would do exclamation point vote and the word blue. If you wanted the wise guys to get the points, you would exclamation point vote and the word red. That's really simple, and I'll help you every time we go to vote so that we make sure we get it right and that democracy is represented. I'm just gonna simmer in that for a minute, Great. Some other things you need to know. Comedy Sports, even at 9:30 on a Friday night, is still a show for everyone, which means we make sure that anyone who happens to be watching, whether they're 7 or 70, just those two ages, everyone else is fair game. We want to make sure that they have an awesome experience. And we do that by avoiding things like swearing, being gross, being political, being nasty to each other, being Kardashian based. I just still have that prejudice has followed me from Zoom over to Twitch. And we now have a new tool to help us with that in Twitch. We have our brown bag bot, which will be monitoring the chat room like a cyber nanny. And anytime you use any sort of that foul or offensive language or anything that's sort of off limits, you'll get a warning from brown bag bot. Also, our tech director, Mr. Chris Deshano, is prowling in there too, making sure that the brown bag bot doesn't miss anything. So we've got cyber eyes and Deshano eyes on you. That's also a movie coming out this fall. So if you do it once, you'll get a warning from brown bag bot. If you do it more than once, you will be ejected from the channel for the rest of the night. So be cool in that chat bot. Make sure when you're giving suggestions, remember that this is a show for everyone, not just for you. Amazing. And that is where you'll give suggestions. So let's practice that right now. In the chat room right now, let's see, what kind of suggestion do we want right now? Let's do, I don't know, things that can only happen in fairy tales. I'm in a fairy tale mood because I'm wearing this delicious new cotton candy hoodie I got. I was so inspired when I was walking through Target. I'm like, what hoodie should I wear that looks exactly like my flesh? This one. Great. So let's do activities and things you can only find in fairy tales. Wonderful. I am sending these now into the ether. Whoops. I've sent it to the wrong person. Okay. Ooh, I like that Pure Imagination track. Let's give it up for our music director tonight, Mr. John Sturck. We are still figuring out music in the Twitch zone because of all of the fun back and forth with the sound quality. But John is here nonetheless. All right. We're done with that fun segment called Watching Jason Type. And now we're moving into just some other things you need to know about the match. Actually, there's nothing else you need to know about the match, but about the page you're on. If you scroll down below on the channel, you'll see all sorts of things you can click on. We have links to our Chicago resource guide, which of course links you to information about how to vote, how to register to vote, what your rights are, how to get involved in the Black Lives Matter movement, Black-owned businesses in Chicago and surrounding areas, as well as a host of other information. So please bookmark that and check it often. Luis and Therese update that a lot. Also, you can check out our merch. We're getting ready to unload some new merch. And I will tell you, the Comedysportz hoodie is incredibly soft and delightful for this new autumnal season. So if you're looking for something hoodie-based, there you go. All right, I have chattered on long enough. It is time to meet our players and get this thing started. Let's do it.
Welcome to CSEN, your home for virtual improv on the interwebs and the home of Comedysportz Chicago. Loyal fans, we have a great matchup for you tonight, where your visitors in red, the Wilmette Wise Guys, are taking on your downtown Chicago bosses. All right, loyal fans, let's hear it in the chat box for your visitors in red, the Wilmette Wise Guys. Up first for the Wise Guys, Ashley Guerin. Coming up next, Luis Cortez. And your captain for the Wilmette Wise Guys, Hars Sonderricker. All right, loyal fans, keep those emotes flying in the chat box, and please welcome to the screen your defending champion, your downtown Chicago bosses. Up first for the bosses, Heather Scholl. Coming up next, Ashley Victoria. And your captain for the downtown Chicago bosses, Jesse Gomez. All right, loyal fans, get that applause emoji ready to type in the chat box. And please welcome to the screen your ref for tonight, Simon Collier.
Woo!
Woo!
Woo! Wow, we made it to Friday.
We made it.
We did. Whoopee! I had that bit planned for too long. I hope it really paid off.
It really did.
Yeah, good. I'm glad home is uproariously laughing, just can't contain themselves.
Oh, Simon, you're so droll.
Yes. That one bit of prop comedy that we'll never see again. That was worth it. Wonderful. Well, yes, you're here. It's Friday. It's Twitch. We're doing it. Well, you've said pretty much everything there is to know, minus that technical foul, because it's computers. So things could happen. Just freeze.
Oh.
Yes. No, sorry. That was just one of my natural pauses in my speaking cadence, but easy to confuse. So, yeah, that could happen if someone freezes or glitches or, whatever thing. We could take points away, but we'll get there when it happens, if it happens. Otherwise, yeah, we know what's about to happen. Boom. Competition. So that being said, let's get those captains to the field. Yes, wonderful. Captain Hars, Captain Jesse, how's it going?
It's
Simon,
going
going great.
Wow.
I knew that was going to happen.
Yep.
Yeah, Simon, it's going real good. In fact, the wise guys, we've been looking forward to this nice, fair, and just, and you're reffing that we took up a collection of cash here for you. We're just going to leave this stack of cash for you right here to pick it up after this fair match.
Okay. Thanks. I won't be going to your house to collect that, but thank you. I appreciate the sentiment.
Take it.
Put it in a
Ref
Roth
Simon.
IRA. What's up?
First off, I've always referred to you as the Carrot Top of the Midwest, and I just wanted you to know that. And secondly, check your Venmo.
Check with my employer. Wow. Oh, wow. That's. Thank you. That's hefty. You know what? That's in my pocket immediately. So I'm going to give this. I was going to ask for a coin toss, but literally money was thrown at me instead. So I am going to go with the bosses to pick our first opening head
It was
to
literal
head.
coin toss. They literally
Literal, yeah. I think we've interpreted it wrong the whole time.
We've been doing it wrong.
Yeah, Jesse, what would you like to call for this opening head to head?
We'd love to call the classic game of try that on for size, Ref Simon.
Goodness. Hars, do you accept?
The wise guys accept 100%. 100%.
All right. If you're trying to insinuate anything, I don't know what it is. But field your teams. Who's up first for each person? Team?
Luis.
Me.
Great. Terrific. So in the chat, if you could start just throwing out suggestions of fun fall activities, because for the game of Try That On for Size, both Jesse and Luis are going to be doing an activity. They'll be doing the same motion. So if it were like raking leaves, they could be raking leaves, try that on for size. The next person would have to say something else that this looked like stirring a witch's brew or whatever. They'll do it until one of them maybe doesn't do the motion anymore or doesn't come up with a thing that I believe, or just because I'm vicious and cruel, then they will have to leave the screen. And whoever has one person left at the end of everything, well, they're going to get 5 delicious points. So let's look at the things that you've suggested. Okay. All right. We're going to start by you're stepping on crunchy leaves. Crunchy leaves.
All right.
Specifically. And Jesse, you are going to be kicking us off. So, players, are you ready?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, go.
I'm stepping on crunchy leaves. Try that on for size.
It is almost intermission at Les Mis. I just gotta make it to the top to wave that flag. Try that on for size.
I'm Little Red Riding Hood, carelessly going to visit my grandmother without phoning ahead first. Try that on for size.
I'm gonna fight with my brother, and I'm just gonna start walking at him like this. And if he gets hit, that's his own fault. Try that on for size.
I heard cross-country skiing was fun, so I'm giving it a shot. Try that on for size.
I'm playing double craps. Come on, 4 snake eyes. Try that on for size.
What?
I don't know what singular craps looks like, but I don't think that's also...
Come on,
I don't know, I'm
4,
sorry.
6 craps.
Don't punish me because you don't know.
That's how the world works, Luis.
Already happened. I'm sorry. You are out of here. Hars, who is next?
Ashley will be next.
All right. So, referring back to your wonderful... Okay. All right. We're eating pie. We're eating pie as our next activity. Ashley, we will start with you. Begin.
I'm eating pie. Try that on for size.
Ooh, I'm testing out this spoon to see if it works. Try that on for size.
Oh no, the sourness is too much for me. Try that on for size.
I'm Joey Chestnut, and they won't let me compete in the hot dog eating contest anymore, so I'm sad about it. Try that on for size.
Oh, this is when it gets good in that movie. Oh yeah, the Titanic, when the poor boat is going so deep into the water. Try that on for size.
I'm thinking about brushing my teeth. Oh, never mind. What's the point? Try that on for size.
Okay, if I think really hard, it's gonna be okay, little worm. Try that on for size.
I'm salsa dancing with a really small partner, and I'm really not confident right now. Try that on for size.
I don't know a single dance where you consume your partner. That's not how you dance. I'm sorry, Jesse, you're out of here.
Good call.
Yeah. Want to know what happened to that worm, though. All right. Jesse, who's up next?
Heather.
Hello.
Ooh.
Okay.
All right. Heather versus Ashley. I have to find a new suggestion. That's my bad. All right. I'm curious to see how we'll do this. You're on a hayride. A hayride. We're starting with Heather.
I'm on a hayride. Try that on for size.
Oh gosh, I just fell in a muddy pit and I gotta get all of the mud off. Try that on for size.
I'm exfoliating. Try that on for size.
Oh, is there as many ants on me as there is on you? Try that on for size.
Ooh, a chill. I think there's a spirit in here. Try that on for size.
I think this is how you get muscles. Try that on for size.
Macarena. Hey, Macarena. Try that on for size.
Oh gosh, I've lost the dog leash. It's around me. Try that on for size.
Don't worry. I'm gonna pull a Houdini and get out of this. Try that on for size.
Ooh, I see your future, and it's feeling warm. Try that on for size.
I would pay to go to that reader, but I don't think...
Hey, Simon, do you want me to read your fortune?
Yeah.
I see your future, and you're warm.
Great. I love it. Thank you. That's everything I ever needed.
Wow.
That was the only question I had.
You're welcome.
So $20. Here you go. Jesse, if you could Venmo Jason for me. So, Hars, I guess that means you're up next.
I'll take that money.
Okay.
I was playing double craps and I won.
Come on, Snake Eyes.
Double.
Double.
All right. This feels appropriate for Hars as a person. So the next activity is chasing someone with a chainsaw. So,
I've done that. You gotta write this first.
yeah, all right, terrific. And
then he invented Christmas.
yeah, Hars, you're gonna kick us off.
Great. I'm chasing someone with a chainsaw. Try that on for size.
I'm aggressively grocery shopping. Try that on for size.
Ooh, look, Mom, I got an A+ on my paper. Try that on for size.
Look, Mom, I ripped the head off of my Barbie. Try that on for size.
Hey, you want this kitten? It's yours. Try that on for size.
Hey, look, I got a D in math. Try that on for size.
Ooh.
We already got a paper grade. I'm sorry, Heather. That is basically a repetition. You are gonna be out of here.
I got a D in repeating.
I don't know if that means you are repeating too much or bad at repeating so that you don't repeat.
It's a real.
I don't
You're
know.
right. I got an A+ in repeating.
Simon, do you want another fortune?
Yes, please.
You have blonde hair. I know.
I never knew.
All right.
All right. Just because it's been mentioned several times, carving a pumpkin is your final activity. Now we have Ashley, Victoria versus Hars, and this is our final pairing. So 5 points on the line right now. Ashley, you are going to kick us off with carving a pumpkin. Go.
I'm carving a pumpkin. Try that on for size.
Ooh, a rabbit. Try that on for size.
Oh, there was a cobweb in this drawer. Try that on for size.
Well, I caught that guy. Better clean this chainsaw. Try that on for size.
It's time to get out of the bath. Pulling the plug. Try that on for size.
Ooh, you're stuck in a well. Now you're out. Try that on for size.
Oh, look at my nails, Auntie. Try that on for size.
Ooh, hey, I got a question about this repeating quiz. Can I have try that on for size?
I am your dance teacher today. Try that on for size.
Oh man, I got this big stack of cash and no one wants it. Try that on for size.
Oh my gosh, this toe hair is getting really long. Try that on for size.
Oh man, how deep is this pocket? Try that on for size.
No, you're pulling things out of wells. You already just threw a bunch of money around. Obviously, the pockets are deep with money. Hars, you're out of here. That's 5 points to the bosses.
Whoa! Just use it. Oingy, 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 doo doo boo doo doo. So our scoring update, Ref Simon, is we've got the bosses with 5 and the wise guys with nothing. And this match sponsored by Venmo. All of our Venmo handles will be popping up in the chat at any minute. We've all been out of work for so long. Back to you, Ref Simon.
I work there. Anyhow, so don't do anything.
I forgot.
Yeah, don't do anything. I don't want to have to see your accounts. Please don't. Anyhow, fun stuff. Good. Strong lead for the bosses. So Captain Jesse, get up here, you.
Get up
Here.
Here, champ. What do you want to call for your first team choice thing?
Well, Ref Simon, check your Bitcoin account because we're gonna play the game.
I went there.
of good, bad, worst.
I see. Okay, great, perfect. Wonderful. So go ahead, get everybody whatever you need to do. Do you need suggestions, or do you got your own characters?
Yeah, give us some suggestions. Why not?
Okay, great, wonderful. All right, totally. So, all right. In the chat, throw out 3 different fun types of things. Let's do like something you'd be super excited to find like as a present on your birthday. What is the most obscure like school subject you can think of? And also just like if you're chilling, what do you want to be eating while you're chilling? Those are I had no time to prepare. These are the best.
These are
suggestions I
solid.
can think of.
I like how
Thank
you phrased getting a birthday present. What is something you would find to receive?
I worked it out as I went.
I'm an alien who has just now learned English.
Hello, these are words. Okay, great. So,
good ones.
Oh, so many fun things. All right. So, Heather, your character will be inspired by line dancing. Ashley, you're going to be inspired by balloons.
Mm-hmm.
And Jesse, you are going to be inspired by pancakes. All right, wonderful. So those are all great. So now what you're going to see are 3 panelists who are going to be giving you answers to advice type questions. So start throwing out a bunch of advice type questions that you need the answers to. They could be anything from what are things you shouldn't do on Venmo because it'll get your account shut down? It could be what's the best way to find love? How do we stop global warming? Whatever you really want to know, our people here, they're going to have the answers, but one's going to give good advice, bad advice, and the worst advice. You'll see how it works. All right, are all of our panelists ready to be introduced to the world?
Yes.
Yes.
That's great. All right, and who's doing what?
I'll go first.
Introduce yourself.
Hey everyone. I don't really need much of an introduction because you all know me. My name's Xander, and I host the super popular Instagram live brunch review show called I'm Flipping for Flapjacks, yo. And I'm going to be giving you good advice.
Nice. Glad that you could be here, Xander. Who's next?
I'll go.
Great.
Well, hi. I'm Shelby. I run the line dancing down at Earl's every Wednesday, Thursday, and every other Sunday at 7:30 on Wednesday and Thursday, and about 7:45 on Sunday because bingo runs late. I'm gonna give you some bad advice, honey.
All right, Shelby, thanks so much. And finally.
Hello, I am Angelica Banspirica. I am an artist and a lover of the circle, the sphere. I love the sphere so much. I married the sphere. This is my husband, Johan. If people would accept the sphere as the ultimate form, true happiness could be achieved. Some people may say that is worst advice. They don't know.
They just don't understand you, Angelica. Wonderful. Well, let's start. Let me go through, find our questions for you, because it does seem like everybody's gonna have a lot to ask. Oh, great. Oh, yes, of course. Michelle wants to know if you can give some investment advice. So, what to invest in. Xander, if you want to kick us off.
Sick, super tight, super sick and super tight. All right, so check it out. All right, when I was starting my Instagram live show, Flipping for Flapjacks, I needed investors, y'all, because I needed infrastructure, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So, I reached out to some really important key investors, my mom and my father, okay? And they're loaded, filthy loaded. So I guess, the hottest investment tip I have is find yourself a pair of filthy loaded parents of yours and then ask them for cash.
Yeah, dope. Totally agree. Shelby, what have you got?
Oh yeah. Well, the best way to find love is through dancing, and the best way to be a good line dancer is to invest in a good pair of boots. You gotta have good boots if you're gonna be stepping out on the floor. You don't want to look like a fool. So I don't know about y'all, but you invest in those boots, and then you get on out there and you boot scoot and boogie. Ooh, yeah.
I think that's practical. Angelica, what's the best type of investment?
If you to ask me, Angelica, the artist, the sphere, I would tell you gumballs. I would tell you tennis balls. I would tell you the little dissolving fizzy bath bomb balls. But I am just a mere artist. Johan worked in finance, and he says plastics.
Oh, smart. I like bath bombs, though. I'm a sucker for those. Wonderful. Oh, yeah. This is a tough question. So how do you break bad news to a loved one? Oh, how do you do that, Xander?
Yo, this is super timely, dude, because I totally had to tell my best friends, aka my investors and my parents, they were not going to see a return on any of the money they just recently invested into me, despite me making these wild projections and frankly empty promises. Dude, they took it super well. I was shocked. I sat them down. I was like, Mom, Dad, I'm super proud of you right now because quite honestly, I'm a huge disappointment.
Oh, no, you're doing great.
No, it's true, dude. No,
Hey.
I'm a grown man who's leeching off of his parents. I deserve zero respect.
Okay. Shelby, what about you?
This is also timely for me. It still kind of hurts my heart thinking about it, but I actually had to cancel last Wednesday night's line dancing due to a personal conflict. And I found the best way to smooth it over with my 3 regulars that were counting on me was to sing it to them. It was Billy Ray Cyrus night. So I just sang, "Don't break my heart, my achy, breaky heart. Please come back next week. I depend on your tips."
Yeah. That's good. That's a good way to do it. That's a good way to do it. Angelica.
Johan, I not love you anymore or our children. Oh. And he goes away, but he will come back because the best way is to just you tell it. You tell the bad news. Johan, it was just for the people to learn a lesson. Come back. He's coming back.
You can't top that, and that is time. Oh, wonderful. So keep that game in your little brain because you're going to need to vote on it in just a smidge. But first, we got to see this from the wise guys. So, Hars.
Yeah. Hi,
Bud?
welcome. Not
Hey.
much, bud. Hey, check your backyard. There's a cute little bunny with a stack of cash there for you.
I am doing a show, but I'll check on that in just a little bit. I'm sure that bunny's got nowhere else to go. What are you going to call to compete with that game?
Well, we'd like to call a game word from our sponsor.
Wonderful. Get everybody organized. So this again is going to require just a couple suggestions from y'all at home. So first of all, I need the subject for a talk show. in addition to that, I'm going to need 3 additional suggestions. I would love maybe like what we would say is like a C list or a B minus list celebrity. I would love just like a product that you use sometimes. And also, if you could give me a cause that's not a real cause. So, like, instead of save the whales, maybe like save the toast, whatever it is. You know, you'll have better ones than me.
I would donate to that.
Yeah, toast's important.
Toast is important.
It is. Okay, so let's see. Okay, I still also need, okay. So for Ashley, your suggestions are going to be Vanna White, save the plastic bags.
Good.
We need more, like, what's the other thing I asked for? Products?
Products, yeah.
Yes.
I only see one in there.
Yeah, more products. Keep them coming.
I found some fun names for the show, too, if you need them.
Oh, wonderful. Heinz ketchup is the third one for you, Ashley. And what'd you find for a subject?
Well, nothing made me chuckle more than Good Afternoon, Omaha.
Wonderful, excellent. So you're currently like, I don't know what the heck is happening. He's asking for all this stuff, but providing no explanation. Fair point. So what we're about to see is an episode from Good Morning Omaha, what?
Good Afternoon, Omaha.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's my bad. Good Afternoon Omaha, wherein Luis and ours are just going to be hosting this show, but you know you got to pay the bills. We're going to see a little jingle from our very own Ashley Guerin. So are we all set on those suggestions? Are we all ready to rumble?
Yes.
Yes.
Perfect. All right. Take it away.
Good afternoon, Omaha. Here we are. It's your friends. I'm Larry, and
And I'm Barry. And it is noon on a Wednesday. So, good afternoon, Omaha.
Good. First of all, Omaha, traffic report. Stay off of 88. There's a cattle tipped over.
And careful on 6th Street. Steve, he broke his tire again.
Steve, how many times we tell you, you got to get 4 good tires? Come on, Steve. We're going to see what we can do for you later with some callers.
But right now, why don't we go ahead and just go ahead and cut to a word from our sponsor.
Let's hear that.
Ashley, you're on mute. This word from our sponsor is mute.
Here we go. Yeah, yeah. Ooh, yeah. I was on mute now. Ooh, yeah. Not anymore now. Ooh, yeah. That's why they let me just touch the blank screen. Anna.
Barry, that was so great. Oh, my goodness.
That's great. Just a reminder to everyone, Vanna White is going to be coming through town next week. Now, she's not coming into town. She has a layover, but we're all going to go down and try to look in the window.
Yep. And if Buffalo Wild Wings can keep her there for just a little bit longer, we're going to have free wings.
First 10 people that arrive not only get free wings, but you get a $20 coupon for a Chili's too.
What? Okay, Steve got his tire fixed. He's on 7th Street now. So
traffic on 6th is probably all let up, and you can make your way over to 88.
Yeah. Be careful. There's cattle that have tipped over. Hey, let's hear a word from our sponsor.
Boo. Oh. Yeah. Ha. Boo. Oh. Yeah. driving down the nice road. Oh, and there's all those lines. What's that creeping up ahead? Oh no, it's Heinz.
Barry, that was. Hey Barry, let's take a caller. Caller, you're on the air.
Hello?
Hey.
Here with Barry and Larry in the afternoon. What's up?
Yeah.
Hey,
Let's go.
7th Street.
Steve?
Yeah, Steve.
Is that you?
Yeah.
Did you?
Steve,
when are you gonna get new tires, man?
I don't know. They broke.
Yeah, I am aware. We were just reporting.
Slow news day, fellas?
Slow news day. Goodbye, Steve. All right, callers. Let's figure out how we get Steve some new tires. Maybe we could all pool our Buffalo Wild Wings. Hey, I'm calling a meeting right now of the Larry and Barry fan club. We'll meet you at Chili's too, right after this word from our sponsor.
Sometimes you wonder, how can you float? Well, you think, oh, it could be floaties. No, it's not that. Let me tell you, if you go shopping too, just save your bags and use them as floaties too.
Well, that's where we did it. That's time.
All right, loyal fans, in the chat room, I've set up a new voting poll. All you need to do is, if you wanted the bosses to win, do exclamation point, vote, and then blue. And if you want the red team to win for their game of word from our sponsors, it's exclamation point, vote, and the word red. Make sure you have that exclamation point in front of the word vote, and then there's a space and the color of the team you want to win. 10 more seconds, loyal fans. Where I go now. Oh, I'm sorry. Closing the poll. Ooh, it was not close. So vote tabulator comes up, and 71.43% of the vote goes to the Wise Guys. That is
Wow.
it is all tied up 5-5.
Goodness.
Sponsored by Omaha Steaks.
Delicious.
That's all. Back to you, Simon.
Thanks. Good. Wonderful. Well, it's a tie, Captain. So, what are you going to do about it?
Well, let's play another game, Jesse.
Okay.
All right. Sounds reasonable. Ours, since you got that novel idea, what would you like to call it?
How about we play the game of Pass the Mic?
Jesse, how do you feel about that?
I like it.
Oh, all right, go.
Convincing.
Well, yeah, twist my arm. All right, we're going to play Pass the Mic. So, everybody's here. Love it. I'm going to need a bunch of one-syllable words and or names in the chat. So just toss them on out there like Har's throwing money to no one. So what'll happen is our players are going to be rhyming, rapping, so to speak. However, if someone falls off the meter, or if they don't rhyme, or if there's another one of those D+ repetitions, well, they're going to be out of here and never return. Whoever is left remaining at the end, well, they're going to get those 5 points. So, Jason, if you could get us in order, please.
Thank you, Ref Simon. Hars, you won the last round. Would you guys like to go first or second?
We will go second, please.
Oh, thank you. It's inconsequential, whatever your answer was. So we'll start with Ashley Victoria, then Louise, then Heather, then Ashley Guerin, Captain Jesse, Captain Hars.
Love that. Wonderful. And first name is going to be K.
Ooh.
K is the first name. Players for Pass the Mic, are you ready?
Yes.
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 All right, go.
Chilling on Friday night, right? With my friend Kay. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
You came for the 7:30, for the 9:30 stay. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Hars has got a lot of money. I hope he will pay. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
You know, I had fun at night, but in the day. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Well, at night, I love to slay. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
I hope we win. I really pray. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
When I make yogurt, there's always a little way. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
You think you're gonna win? Man, you cray. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
I'm sorry I didn't hear you. What was that you say? Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Heather, I'm sorry, that's the grammatical foul.
I also got a D in English. Thanks.
Oh, man. I'm
Poor
sorry.
Heather. How did Heather get out of school?
I have a lot of questions. But that's one down for the bosses. So let's get that new order, please.
The new order will be Ashley Guerin, Ashley Victoria, Luis, Jesse Hars.
Excellent. We are going to take seal. Seal is your next word. It was spot on. I did good. All right.
Yeah, very good. Very good.
Thank you. Ashley, kick it off.
I love those cute little seals. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
When I get excited, sometimes I squeal. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
3 for $1? What a deal! Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
That's a lot of food for just one meal. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Hey, whatever happened to Ally McBeal? Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Oh, look at that feel. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
I think I'm gonna be late. I broke my wheel. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Don't eat that Jello. Wait for it to congeal. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
My favorite basketball player is Shaquille. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
I don't want an old cow. I want a little veal. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Hey,
That makes me too sad.
Yeah.
What?
I'm too
Veal's
sad.
delicious.
It's mean. It's mean. Go. So, Luis doesn't agree, but whatever. That's never stopped me before. So we need a
New order? All right, we'll go Captain Jesse, Luis, Ashley V, Ashley G.
All right. I like the word boom. 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 And go.
Make a loud sound and it goes boom. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
We'll start to sweep. Well, that's our broom. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
I'm in the mirror because I got to groom. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
wow, this is a really big room. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
We're on Twitch, no longer on Zoom. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Hey, look, Mario eating mushrooms. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Did you hear about this brand new product called Noom? Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
When I go, put me in a tomb. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
I drive my car. I go vroom vroom. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Dwayne Johnson in the movie Doom. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
A riggy, 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 woom. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
A riggy, 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 boom,
Riggy room.
Is that not?
Classic.
That was a bop.
That's a
No,
bop.
I don't. I mean, that's not the thing. I mean, it was.
If you really want to be uncool, that's fine.
No, oh man, I feel bad about it, but I'm sorry. It just
Ricky
it was.
Boom Bang.
I don't know. It's not a. Work.
I mean,
I'm gonna. No, I'm just gonna
technically, boom is
run
a
away.
word.
What?
No, stay. We need
Simon,
you.
Simon,
We need you.
Simon, check your iTunes account.
Did I get a gift card? Did you go to you? Oh man.
Simon,
Wow.
Simon, check your Mariano's card.
I don't even have one. Oh,
Well, now you do.
okay.
You do now.
Heck yeah. Sweet. Let's
Check
see.
your
What else have we
LinkedIn
got?
email.
Stop it, you guys. Too
Simon,
much.
check your MySpace. Check your MySpace top 10.
You're making me very nervous. Woo.
Simon, check your closets.
Oh, no.
There's not even a closet in this room. All right, we're going with Bart.
You might notice that in your mail, you have 1,000 free hours of AOL.
Good. This is good. You got mail.
All right, okay. Yes. All right, so Bart. Bart is the next name.
Your order is Guerin, Gomez, Cortez, and also Simon. If you go to the ice cream store below Comedy Sports, everything's free.
Oh, it's so far away. They do have edible cookie dough. I'll work on it. My to-do list is too long. Bart is your name. Do it.
I met a nice lad named Bart. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
He was not dumb. He was quite smart. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
And while I shop, I use a cart. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Oh, I have such a kind heart. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Toot, toot, toot. I blew a fart. Pass the mic.
Shoot, shoot, shoot. I shoot some dart. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
When you finish, you also start. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
I am giving 5 points to you. Pass the mic.
Oh,
Pass the
no.
mic.
That's 5 to 5 guys. Wow. Though, if I may use my refly powers,
You may.
I need to give a point to the bosses for toot toot toot. I blew a fart.
I blew a fart. Just getting in under the brown bag bot. All right. Well, with that fart point, we have our wise guys with 10 and our bosses with toot toot. That's a 6. Back to you, Ref Simon.
Thanks, I'm tickled. All right, wonderful. Captains. That was good. That was solid. We reached
That was a solid fart joke.
Yeah, it really
That would
got
be
me.
This be a turd.
Well, we're gonna play 6 things now. That's what's gonna happen. We gotta settle this once and for all. So it's 6 things time. Jesse, who are you sending out?
I'm sending out the smartest member of our team, Ashley Victoria.
That checks out.
Definitely
what
not
about
me.
Or me, Heather, or me.
C+ student Heather Scholl will be staying.
Crushing it.
Yep. Hars, what about you? Who are you sending?
I'm gonna send Louise so we can roll some of those more hot snake eyes.
Okay, cool. Great. So, 6 things. So many
Gross.
suggestions are about to happen, friends. So, what is about to happen when Luis and Ashley get back in here? They're going to have to guess a bunch of stuff because it's a guessing game. So, first, Jason, you got some activities, right?
Yeah, I got a bunch of fairy tale activities. The first one is growing nose. So like Pinocchio. Do you want me to take this or do you want to take it?
Oh, let's switch it up. You got you do the 1s, 3s, and
Wow,
5s.
what a rare
Wow.
what a rare trip. Oh, what is it? Okay. So we're growing a nose. I need 2 suggestions First one is, what is your favorite guilty pleasure soda? Or just any soda, I suppose. They're all guilty pleasures. I haven't had soda in 10 years. How about that? 10 years? Maybe longer. No, 10. And your other one is, what is your favorite? Let's just go cartoon character. Let's start easy. Favorite soda, favorite cartoon character. Okay, great. We're getting some good ones in here. And I have to take this one. Great. So the nose. Yep, you know what I'm going to take, don't you?
Yeah, of course.
So the nose that's growing, the very nose on your face that's growing, will be the delicious citrus beverage Squirt. Yes, of course.
I figured. Yep.
Yeah. And the person, the rest of the person. So if the nose is a squirt, the rest of the person whose nose is growing is just Peter Griffin. It's me, Peter Griffin.
Oh man, you hate to have a squirt nose. Anyhow, what is activity number 2?
Activity number 2 is jumping across a river.
Jumping across a river. I love that. Wonderful. So if I could get 2 suggestions in the little chat box, let's get some like your favorite food, like flavor combination, like peanut butter and chocolate for me, or something like that. And then if we could also get, when you think about Disney, what comes to mind?
So many questions.
So we'll wait for that to come in.
So many answers.
Well, such good things.
So good.
Oh man, hard to even choose, really. Okay. Ooh. All right, we're gonna take so the legs that you're using to jump over the river are pineapple on pizza, so pineapple and pizza. And then the river itself is going to be points for corporate greed, but we're not taking it. We will do the river itself is Cinderella.
Amazing. Okay, so for our third one, we are wearing magic shoes. Can I get 2 people? I'm inspired by Simon's last one. Can I get 2 people that you normally wouldn't put together? Let's see, who would that be? Like Pee Wee Herman and the Pope. You would never put those 2 together. That would just be a silly time. So 2 people that you would never put together. Yeah, we'll just stop there, actually.
Lovely.
Oh, these are wonderful. Kate, I'm taking yours. Okay, so your left magic shoe, and it's important, direction is important for this. Your left magic shoe is Ben Folds, and your right magic shoe is Ben Franklin.
Great.
And you know what? That's a killer duo.
Yeah. You're Ben
He's a kite and it's flying slowly, struck by lightning and discovering electricity. Sorry.
Beautiful.
The next one is spinning straw into gold.
Oh, spinning straw into gold, of course. Just an average day for me. So I've never asked this one, I think, in all my years of reffing, so I'm going to ask. Because I don't think there's any. So what's a celebrity you think I look like?
Ooh,
Yeah.
I disagree.
Really? Oh,
yeah.
I'm curious. Okay, so would love that. And then also just like the scariest animal you can think of.
Oh boy.
All right. I don't know who Anthony Rapp is.
You don't?
Oh, no, I don't think so.
He's Mark from Rent.
Oh!
Right? Very good,
All
Amanda
right.
Brock. I agree.
I'll take that.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, thank you. No, that's very kind. He has a solid sweater game. I'll say that much.
Solid sweater game.
All right, so we are going to say that the straw The straw is going to be Neil Patrick Harris. And then we did not get, okay, we got stuck on Anthony Rapp, and we did not give any we have some scary animals. Okay. Oh, okay. They just got mixed in. Great. And then a skunk is going to be the gold.
Huh. I also would have, if you were asking me, I would have said Drew Carey.
Oh.
What?
Okay.
Drew Carey's handsome.
All right.
Like Price is Right, Drew Carey.
Yeah, okay. All right, thank you. Okay.
Price is
Well,
Right, Drew Carey.
I'm learning a lot about me. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we've gone on a journey. All right, we're climbing hair. I need two things in here. I need your favorite color and your favorite 90s band. Color and band. Colors and bands. These are the suggestions of colors and bands. She's a kite and it's flying slowly with a key and it's hitting lightning. Okay, great. The hair itself is going to be the color mauve, and the hair that's being climbed, or the people at the top of the tower, are Toad the Wet Sprocket. That was one of my first concerts with Grant Lee Buffalo.
All right. Okay.
And the final one is being eaten by a whale. Sorry,
being eaten by a whale. I was just gonna say, I just tried to look up pictures of Anthony Rapp, and it was all Rapp. Oh, see, that's why I was getting nothing but old men, and I was like, this doesn't seem right. He doesn't look like he was in Rent. All right. So, getting eaten by a whale. All right, what's something you associate with video games, and then also what is just like a pretty dope U.S. landmark, like a big ball of twine or something like that?
Dope landmarks, yo.
Dope.
Dope.
Oh.
And yes, Mark and Brian, Monty Fruvis is a good choice, but I didn't take it.
Okay. A lot of good stuff here. Okay. So the whale itself is a Nintendo 64.
Very good.
And yeah, all right. And then the inside of the whale, like the whale's tummy, is going to be Chimney Rock.
Oh, Simon, we are stinkers.
It's the 10-point one, so I figured why not.
Chimney Rock. Chimney Rock is the replacement.
Yes, for the whale's tum-tum. Wonderful. So thank you for all of those suggestions. Those were lovely. What a time. So what's about to happen is momentarily, Ashley and Luis are going to get back in here. They're going to have to guess every single one of those activities and all of those replacements, but it's not going to be that simple. No. Why would we even do it? The teams themselves can only use two things to get them to guess these replacements, and that's mime, that old thing, and gibberish, a completely made-up language. Now, there's going to be a minute and a half on the clock for each of these activities. If at the end of that minute and a half the team does not get it correct, the other guesser can attempt to steal. Now, things 1 through 4 are each going to be worth 5 points, and things 5 and 6 are worth 10. So truly, anything could happen at this point. The game is close. So, Jason, are you all set? Did you text me the little answers?
Answers. I believe they're being sent to you right now.
Love that. Wonderful. How was your outside waiting time? Guessers? How was that?
It was lovely. Crisp, pleasant breeze.
Crisp.
Glad to hear it. Wonderful. All right. So I still don't have it, but we'll make it work. So
I'll help.
I can always count on you. All right.
Yeah,
so,
no worries, no worries.
Thing number 1, minute and a half on the clock.
Not yet, Simon. Not yet.
Okay.
We're having a little bit of technical difficulty. So while we are doing this, let's have some moments to just say, make sure that your Halloween costumes this year are not stupid.
Yes.
Because if they're stupid, I'm going to be really mad because we've all had plenty of time to plan for this. So no sheets, no sexy versions of dumb things, no sunglasses, and I'm like, this guy. Like, no.
And no Among Us. We're already over it. We're already
Thank
over
you.
Yeah.
Where y'all wearing costumes?
Also true.
To my house for our virtual Halloween party here on Twitch.
Oh, tell us more about that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm making it up as I go along, so we're having a Halloween party. Oh, we're ready. No more time. No more time to talk about it.
Just
all right,
like that.
thing 1 is
Just
up on
like
the board.
Perfect. Love it. I forgot to mention, bosses, you have activities 1, 3, and 5. Wise guys, you've got 2, 4, and 6. So now that we are all prepared, your time for thing number 1 starts now.
Escapa, es que ute, es que ute, es que Papa, es que
you guys thought about you guys shut up I said about you guys about guess about you guys thought about Bajara Zara Bajapira. You guys thought about
1 minute.
you guys thought about you guys thought about you guys thought about you should be you guys should about no
Okay.
Es que
30 seconds. 30 seconds.
Ska para ska para ha ha ha. Ow, has a para pa. Es que
Shut up.
All right. Jason, how much time is left?
It looks like 6 seconds, my friend. 6 seconds.
Perfect. Ashley, what are you doing?
My nose is growing long. My nose getting long, but my nose is banana Fanta.
Okay.
And me myself, I am Cleveland Brown.
Okay. So you are indeed growing a nose. Your nose is a beverage, but not that one. And you are yourself in the same world, but not the right person. You have 6 seconds to clean this up. Go.
You guys should about
5.
All right.
No more. No
The time
more.
is done.
Stop it.
The time is up. Ashley, what's happened?
Growing a nose. My nose is splish, and I am Joe from Quahog.
That's. Oh my gosh! I wish I could give it to you. Splish is a. I would drink Splish.
I would have.
I would drink
today.
Splish. Yeah. Right now, I need a nice tall Splish. Luis, you have the opportunity to steal.
All right. I am growing a nose. But the nose itself is Windex, and then I myself am Peter Griffin.
Okay, so you're correct on some. So you're growing a nose. You are Peter Griffin. but the nose itself is none other than a refreshing squirt.
Wow! That's
Splish!
Yeah.
Feed that drink it, which is your thirst, get splish. Splish, splish, splish.
Oh! Oh!
I would have given it to you, Ashley.
Oh, wonderful. All right. So now it is on to thing number 2. The clock is reset. Take it away.
Skibba a splooshy splooshy a skibba ba ah a skibba bo 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 super da a skibba bow skibba bo be a skibba bo bo spa ah skibba wa
Funka sinkala, funka sapa, tapakota, sploosh. Funka sapa,
skibba baba skibba ow skibba da
funka la, taka.
Score, a skibba squat or a score. A squaw, whoa! Let's give it back.
Somebody, papa.
Shabida, shabaka, shabida, shalabadaba, shadaba,
1 minute. 1 minute.
Shalabadaba, oh, shaba, shidaba, shaba, shabobo, oh, clink, she, shink, da da da, shidaba, shidaba, I did da da da, oh, shidaba, ting, 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 wink, 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 shaba, she be, yum, yum, no, jum, bum, bum, bum.
30 seconds. 30 seconds.
Punkalika, punkatika. Lapasaka, pato.
Skibba baba, wee, skibba oh,
10 seconds.
It's
5, 4,
What?
2, 1. No more guessing.
That's it. That is the time. So, Luis, what you doing?
He's so delighted.
Hey, I'm jumping into a lazy river. And my legs are no. My legs are coconut pizza. And then the river itself is galoshes.
You know, yeah,
my points.
You got it.
You're relatively close on all of that. I would even have given you that activity, but it's not quite correct. So Ashley, you have the opportunity to steal here.
I am going down a water slide, and my legs are pineapple on pizza, and the slide is a glass slipper.
Oh my gosh, it's even closer. So you were jumping across a river. Your legs were indeed pineapple pizza, and the river itself was Cinderella.
Oh, Horace, pineapples don't grow on trees.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
We'll argue about this one in
But I saw it.
There's no argument.
But there is that delicious coconut pizza that we've all come to know and love.
It's everyone's favorite. Wonderful. So moving on to the third activity. Jason, if I'm correct, the points are the same.
The points have remained the same. But
Love
the
that.
pizza I just ordered has coconut on it.
Ew.
Delicious. What a crunch that you don't need. All right. So, bosses, thing number 3.
It's
Now.
the crunch you don't want.
Gajazi badadada bazada. Gasaba gazabadaba gazabadaba gazabadaba. Igasaba.
Chiga.
Isa.
Chiga.
Est-ce que, pero est-ce que, est-ce que pas, scoot-tu, papa, scoot-tu, foi.
Shut up. Shut up. What?
1 minute.
Est-ce que pas, quoi,
Shut up.
est-ce que pas, ok, est-ce que, tu t'es scuba, Scoopy poopa, Scoopy padu doo doo doo, Scoopy padu padu poodu, Scoopy poodu poodu. Askapa,
Ika shiraba, Igasaraba, Ishaba, Wa. I should have Gajaba, do party,
30 seconds.
tick, Isaba, oh, Isaba, oh, what the papa?
Shut up. Shut up. What? Shut up. The place say?
You you did a bit of a
10 seconds.
Shut.
That's it.
All right.
6 seconds left on the clock. 7 seconds.
Okay.
Sorry, 7 seconds.
My whistle
7
didn't
seconds.
do anything, but yeah, we paused it. Great.
We paused.
So, what are you doing?
I am. How have I already forgotten what the main thing was? I am somewhere. Oh, I'm singing in the rain. I'm singing in the rain, and my feet are. I need my 6 seconds.
Oh, we're going to use those 6 seconds. We got 6 of them. Put them to good use. Go.
Get 7.
Ikashba.
5.
Oh, I try out.
3.
Ting.
2. No more. No more.
Cool. I'm clicking my ruby red slippers together. But my slippers are goalposts, and my ankles themselves are Benjamin Franklin.
Okay, so Benjamin Franklin's involved. So that's good.
He's in the mix.
He's in the mix. He's having a delicious splish. But
I
Louis,
feel like
you
he's
get
the
to
whole thing, though. That's what I feel.
He's
Yeah.
drinking a splish with the coconut pizza.
Louis, you have the
What
opportunity
taste
to
you're
steal.
looking for.
All right. I am clicking the ruby slippers together. My right slipper is Ben Franklin, and my left slipper is everybody's favorite band, Dough.
You need that dough to make that pizza.
No, for coconut.
Oh man.
Splish.
Yeah. So close, but so far. You were just wearing magic shoes. Just
They
wearing
said
them.
what I showed them.
Yeah, but I would have taken it. The right shoe was indeed Ben Franklin. The left shoe was everyone's favorite band, Ben Folds.
Dough. Ben Folds.
No.
Masa, this is how you make tortillas.
I'm mad at Jesse Gomez.
Just dough.
She's a splish and she's drowning slowly.
I hate that. All right,
There you go.
wonderful. So we're moving on. Thing number 4. Thing number 4 starts now.
Can I ask a clarifying question?
Yeah, okay.
God.
Where do pineapples grow?
On the ground.
They come up.
They come up out of the
out of the
ground.
tree.
It's like
Yeah,
a
but
bush
no.
thing.
It's more
The
like a
little
bush.
Like a little
bushes
tree.
on the bottom.
Yeah, it's more like bushes and vines and similar to like pumpkins and.
Like watermelons don't grow on trees either.
Really?
Oh my God. Let's start this clue.
All right.
Let's do this.
Number 4. Go.
You grew up on a farm.
Oh, shut up! Oh, shut up! Yeah, splooshy. Oh, shitty badaba.
Sigla ponka tapa, ponka si ponka la ta.
Shitty ba. 星子这moo，下哒哒，西哒哒，砰砰砰，下了哦，下了吧，下了星星呜呜，下了吧，是哦呜，下了吧，下了吧，下了吧，下了吧，哒哒吧的心声。
1 minute.
哦，是吧？对的。
Summertime, like a season.
Excuse-moi. Au revoir. And to scuba. Oh,
Whoa!
ska. Eskimo scuba.
Summertime. Patita. Sampalata.
No more. I can't. My heart can't take it. Luis, it's all there, buddy. It's all there.
Is there any more time left?
No, Simon. There's less time. Cars owes us time.
Okay, that's not ever false, but
Some time? I got you some time. How much more time can I buy? Okay.
Luis, I'd love to know what's happening.
Yeah, me too.
All right.
All right. I am panning for gold, but the gold is a skunk, and then like I am at the house of one Michael Gross.
So yet again, just the skunk is at the party. The skunk's at the party, and the skunk is the gold.
Michael Gross has a name.
I've been.
This clue.
Okay, Ashley.
I am growing a magic beanstalk, but the beans are the beanstalk is David Hasselhoff, and the beans are a skunk.
It is a hunk, but so we were spinning straw into gold.
Oh!
The straw was
And what was this? What was this then?
That's the goal.
a tiny piece of gold, which was a skunk.
Spinning it
Tiniest
into
It's a bean, Hars. It's a bean if I ever saw one.
And the straw was Neil Patrick Harris.
The straw was Neil Patrick Harris.
Oh!
Did you not remember the theme song to
The nightly news with Neil Patrick?
No, it was the theme song to How I Met Your Mother. Does not everyone know this theme song?
Michael will be very happy he was mentioned tonight, though.
Dun, 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 dun.
Tremors 7 just came out this week.
Give me a splish.
Wonderful. Well, we've really lost it here. All right, so we're going on to thing number 5. Let's keep this. There's still 20 points on the table.
Yeah.
I want to give them to someone. So thing 5, take it away.
Esque. Ooh, esque. Ooh, esque.
Oh, shut up. Quack, 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 quack.
Igashadaba? Wa. Agasaba. Igasadaba.
Shut up.
Igashadaba. Igasadaba. Isaba. Igashadaba.
1 minute.
Y
Charaba, chararama, like a splooshy splooshy.
like
Oh,
Isabaraba, like
oh, like
Gasaraba, ha 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 ha. Oh, he Gasaraba, ha 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 ha. Ishaba.
chara, chara,
Est-ce que papa, est-ce que foi, est-ce que le, est-ce que la, est-ce que punke pon, est-ce que papa, est-ce que pas, ska para, est-ce que papa, pero est-ce que, okay, orbit, est-ce que splooshy, oinky,
Oh, wait, just 4 seconds. I'm like,
4 seconds left.
4 seconds. 4 seconds left.
I think this was all pretty self-explanatory. Ashley,
Yeah,
what
I
are you
mean-
doing?
I am climbing Rapunzel's hair. I'm climbing hair into a tower.
Yeah.
The hair itself is maroon, and the tower is Daft Punk.
Oh,
Okay, so you are climbing hair for sure, totally. The hair is a color. It's close to what you said, and then the other thing, not as much. So you have 4 seconds to clean this up. Go.
You can
rabbit,
3,
Masaba, Isabaraba.
no more. No more.
Time's done. We did the time. We did
The
it.
time is done. We did the time. Do the crime.
I'm glad that we did the time because that was exactly the amount of time I needed to get it. I'm climbing hair. The hair is magenta, and the tower is crumping music.
Maybe, I don't know who this is, so could very well be the case.
It's not.
I'm sorry,
It's
that was
decidedly not.
unfortunately incorrect. Luis, you wanna steal this one?
I'd love to. Yeah. I do. There's a lot of things I want to do. I am climbing Rapunzel's hair, but the hair is violet, and the tower itself is the Chuck E. Cheese Good Time Band.
The rock of fire explosion.
May as well be to me. So you are indeed climbing hair. The hair is the color mauve.
Oh.
And then the person climbing is the band we all clearly know, Toad the Wet Sprocket.
Walk on the ocean, then have a splish. Walk on the ocean.
Great.
Great.
Terrific. Wonderful. Oh, we have one more thing.
Yep.
10 points.
Whoever
still
gets
on
this
the
will
table.
win. Whoever gets this will win the match.
I told you anything could happen, and here we are. So,
Or nothing has.
minute and a half on the clock. Thing 6, go.
Ashley,
You're
you're
on mute,
Muted,
Ashley.
you're muted.
You're muted, Ashley.
Oh, Sompala. Punka. Sopalakata.
哦，晓得是的吧？哦，晓得吧？是的吧？是的吧？啊的的，晓得哦，是的吧？哦，晓得吧？晓得吧？哎的吧的，晓得吧？哦，是的吧？是的吧？
1 minute.
晓得吧？晓得吧？不，晓得吧？晓得不？对吧？
Oh, Saba la batibato.
什么的是什么？
Biba la bataba tobata.
什么？是吧啦？
Siba loto.
是吧？
Give him cool. Let's go. Skip out his spot. Escobar. Skip in. Skip it out. Skip it out. Skip.
30 seconds.
Scoop. Escobar. Escobar. Do. Escobar.
Tabatabata. Siba loto.
Okay.
How much time's left?
Oh God, 13 seconds. 13 seconds.
Okay.
Oh, love that. Luis, what's happening?
All right. Oh, come on! I'm gonna need my 13 seconds.
Oh my goodness gracious.
my
Okay.
Let's do it.
13 seconds. Go.
Ooh. Escobar.
What is happening? 5 seconds. 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Stop it. Just stop it.
Okay. I don't know what was happening there.
Ah!
It's on me. Luis, what are you doing?
Time stopped.
Yes, I know you stopped.
Time stopped. I'm sorry.
I'm a crocodile, and I'm eating people. But I'm not a crocodile. I am actually I think I was a Nintendo 64, and then the water was you know what? All I have left is rice.
And that's just in his house. That's not a game.
Yeah.
I mean, again, Nintendo 64 was involved.
It's in the mix.
Why do you patronize me?
I'm just saying, like that word was one of the right ones, but unfortunately, none of the rest of them were correct. So,
Shocking.
Ashley,
Shocking.
you could steal here for 10 points and the win.
Yes.
This is a lot of pressure to be under. This is extremely stressful.
Mm-hmm.
I am getting eaten by a crocodile.
Mm-hmm.
The crocodile is a Nintendo 64.
Mm-hmm.
And I, having been consumed by the alligator, I'm rock grow. I'm
Oh my
a
gosh.
growing rock. I'm a grow rock.
Gosh. So in the right realm. So you were being eaten by a whale. The whale itself
Don't do
was
No, they don't. No, they don't.
Don't.
the whale was Nintendo
They
64.
do on top of those pineapple trees.
They do. And
You
the
know, like
tum-tum, the tum-tum of the whale was the location Chimney Rock.
We didn't have much time, Luis.
Isn't that in Nebraska, like Omaha? Good
Yeah.
afternoon.
Why?
North Carolina, but yeah.
I don't know about
Good
that.
pineapple there.
All the technical foul points. The blue team should win this thing.
Yeah.
Well, that's up to Rep Splish.
Hey, from the makers of Splish, let us win the game.
Well, here. So here's. We will say this. So Ashley Guerin did not unmute twice, so that would be a deduction of 2 points from the red team.
Okay.
Fine,
So
man.
Jason, what does that leave us at?
Oh, that leaves us with our final score of it didn't matter. The wise
I don't
guys
know.
have 8 and the bosses have 6. It didn't matter, folks. It didn't matter.
I tried.
Oh, geez. The most nihilistic match. Loyal fans, thank you so much for watching. You learned a lot tonight. You learned to order coconut pizza, the pineapples don't grow on trees. Go out and buy the hit soda Splish. And whales go chompy chompy. So let's hear it for your runners-up tonight. The Chicago Boston. We've got Heather Scholl. We've got Victoria. And your captain, Jesse Gomez. And somehow, some way, your winners tonight, despite all the odds, you're wise guys. You have Ashley unmuting Garen. You have Luis Coconut Pizza Cortez. And your captain, Cars Cheetah Butter Pineapple Tree Whale Chop Chop Sonderricker. And let's give it up one more time for your ref with the most, Ref Splish. On behalf of myself, John Sturrock, and Ryan Ford, who, if you can see him on camera right now, is having a nervous breakdown, we thank you so much for coming out to see Comedy Sports on Twitch. We have 2 shows tomorrow night at 7:30 and 9:30. All you have to do is sign into twitch.tv/CSEN Chicago. Follow the channel so you get alerted when we're live. And here's some good news. After tonight's shows, we have reached the availability to become affiliates, which means you'll soon be able to subscribe to our channel. And we'll explain all about that and what that means as it rolls out. But we will get new features, and some of those emotes you've been looking for that are Comedy Sports branded emotes will be coming your way. Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to tell your friends about it. We're trying to grow this channel as much as possible. Check out all the merch, check out all the other stuff. We love you so much. Have a great night.
Toad the wet sprocket right here, right?